Hey everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a bonus video for you. So I am making a fall. This could be a table setting. It could be, I don't know, for teachers. Just for any fall occasion would be super cute. I thought it would be really cute to put on your Thanksgiving table. It says, wishing you many blessings. I love the sentiment on there. So what I'm using for this is the Fruitful Blessings. I love this one. It's perfect for fall. I did a card using this one, but I love all the images on here. We're using this one right here in the Wishing You Many Blessings. Also using the Fruitful Blessings dies to this. When you purchase these, you get it's 10% off when you buy the bundle. For those of you who are new. By the way, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bells so you get notified every time I upload a video. Give it a thumbs up, share, and comment. All those things really help my channel. And thank you for all of you who are already doing that. All right, so we're using the tailor-made tags just for this little tag on here. And then I am using the Countryside Corners, and that is for the top of this little box here. It's really cute. It gives it a really cute little effect at the top. All right. So we are going to do some coloring and some stamping. So let's get started. I'll tell you all the sizes of the paper that you need. You do need a piece of copper clay is what I'm using. It's 5.5 by 5.5. And I already matted this piece because I went to do another previous video and I messed up and we got to the point where I had to mat this. And so I'm going to tell you the piece of the copper clay piece is 9 by 2.5, and the matted piece is 8 3/4 by 2 1/4. And the paper that I used this for is the Them Bones. It is the Halloween paper, but it has some fall designs as well in it, and this is the one that I'm using for that. So I already matted that. So all those are ready to go. I'm going to bring up the cut emboss to show you how I partial cut the tops of these, and we're going to stamp first. All right, I need my mat here. We're going to use Memento Black because we're going to color this with our blends. And I'm going to stamp all that. Whenever you're coloring with the blends or any alcohol marker, you need to use the Memento Black. All right, so the colors that I'm using for this is Pumpkin Pie Light and Dark, Pecan Pie Light and Dark, Daffodil Delight, and Dark Calypso Coral. All right, so I'm going to start with my lightest color as I always do. Let's go ahead. I'll zoom in for y'all. If you don't care about the coloring, just skip through this part. All right, so I'm going to use this part right here. I'm going to just color the whole leaf, and then I'm just going to blend in some other colors. You can color your leaves however you like. I'm just going to do some really quick coloring and blending. I like to do one leaf at a time because it really, really does help. I'm using these two, the light and dark, for the acorn. So I'm going to use some Calypso Coral here because you know I love fall leaves. I really miss this time back in New York when I grew up because it brings back so many memories. We're going to use a little bit here of the Daffodil Delight to give this. I'm going to pretty much do all of these leaves the same way. Then the dark is just going to be, this is the Pumpkin Pie, the dark, and I'm just going to do this mostly on the edges. You can even add some like brown if you want to this, but just do them however you like to do them. All right, I'm going to go ahead, I'll speed through the other two leaves, and then we will do the acorns. Okay, y'all, I got all the leaves colored here. I decided to add a little bit more of the Daffodil Delight on that one, but they're all pretty much the same. All right, so I'm going to use the light pecan pie for the bottom of this. These are super easy to color. And then we're going to use the dark, and we're going to shade some of these. I'm just going to add a little bit of dark under here. Down the sides here. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of dark in this top part. Just kind of dot it on here, because on an acorn some of them is darker, and then we're going to use the light over the top of that. Just so it looks a little bit darker. And then I'm going to blend this one. And that is all that I'm doing on those. So I'm going to bring the cut and emboss up here because I do need to use the dies. I need to cut this one out here. And I want to show you how that you can partial cut the tops of the little outside part of the box. And we are also going to cut out one of these little tailor-made tags, and that's for our sentiment. I'll stamp the sentiment after we get it cut out. And then this is the one that I'm using, the Countryside Corners. This one is 2.5 inches wide. So that's the one we're going to use for the top of the box. All right, I'm going to set this aside. We're going to go ahead and grab the cut and emboss, and we're going to cut these out. I usually don't do this part. Let me zoom out again. I forgot. Every time I color, I almost always forget to zoom back out. All right, there we go. We're in better shape right now. All right, so we're going to cut these out first. And we have that ready. Oh, I forgot to do one part, and this is very important, so I need to tell you about that really quick. And before we use our Countryside Corner to cut out this piece, I'm going to scoot this over and we're going to score it really quick. It's really important to score it first so that the box fits in here just right. I'm going to just scoot this out of the way really quick. And I'm going to go ahead and use my trimmer here to score this one. And you are going to score it at 3.5. It's really important to score it first. So don't forget to score it first. And score it on the side that's the copper clay side. Flip it around and score it at 3.5 again. All the measurements will be in my inspiration sheet. For those of you who are new, there's always one on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. All right, so that's ready to go. Now we can cut our little top parts. To partial cut, if you are new, you're just going to line this up to the top. I always just cut it, line it up to the very top right there. Use some of your tape to hold it in place because you want it to be even here. Oops. Let's do that again. This is not as sticky because I've used it several times now. So one thing about this tape, you can use it several times. Okay, we'll add another piece to be sure it stays in place. So you're going to take your top plate and you're just going to put it up to where it starts to curve down right here. And you want to hold it in place. I kind of push it a little bit into the cut and emboss and then start rolling so my plate doesn't move. And it's just going to cut the top part. It's not going to cut all the way down here. You don't want it to do that. And we're going to flip it around and we're going to do the same thing. So put that one on here right to the top. Let's do it on here. And then take your plate again, put it inside here, slide it in there, and then just to right to where it's about to curve down. I do it a little bit past where that curve is. And then just hold it in place until you get it there, and then that's it. And then you grab your other plate from the other side. Let's roll it on through. Be easiest to do it that way. All right, let's move the cut and emboss out of the way, and I'll show you what we have here. Okay, so when you remove this, it's going to look like that. And all you're going to do is take your little snips and snip that off. Let's go straight across. Do the same on this one. And then you have that cute little edge on the end there. We need to score our box for next. All right, so let's do the box, the 5.5 by 5.5. It's very easy scoring. It's 1 3/4 and 3 3/4. And then just turn it, and it's 1 3/4 and 3 3/4. So there's your little box. We are going to cut this now, and you can cut up any of the sides. It's okay, whatever side you decide to do. You just need to do opposite sides when you cut. So we're going to cut down that one, this one, and I'm going to cut across just to cut down on the bulkiness inside the box, and then turn it on the opposite side and do the exact same thing. And I'll cut that one down. This is really an easy box to make. All right, now we're going to sharpen these score marks. Don't forget, if you're a beginner, always sharpen these really good. It'll make your box nice and square. I'm going to use some wet glue, and we are going to use it on the shorter ones are going to be our glue tabs. You can use Stampin' Seal Plus, tear and tape, anything that's strong. Line up your corners. And then we'll fold those in. And then again, line up your corners here. And if you're picky like me and you see anything overhanging, you can just cut that little piece off. I don't like the overhangs. I don't know, it just really, really bothers me. You can prevent that by trimming down both sides, but I didn't do it on this one. All right, let's sharpen this one now. And then this is going to fit on the inside just like that. And we're going to glue the bottom on here. And then we're going to pull these sides up. In fact, let me grab my other bone folder here. It'd be easier to do this before you glue it, but just kind of curve these up. Use your bone folder and just kind of curve them a little bit. That really helps. And then I'm going to mark, I'm going to actually punch first. This is my 1/8 inch hole punch. We don't carry this, but I'll link it in the link one in the description. So just do one right in the middle there. And then I usually just pull it pretty tight to where I want it. And I'll use my little pen and just mark right there. And then I'll just punch on this side here. All right, I am going to go ahead and again grab my little mat here so we can stamp our sentiment. Wishing you many blessings. I love this. And we're going to stamp that on there. And we're ready to put this all together. All right, what I did on this one, I separated these. I just cut here and there and just separated them. Now I'm going to trim that nice so it looks nice. And we are going to grab our ribbon, and I am using the copper clay ribbon that we have coordinating ribbon here. And you are going to run it on this side here. I'm going to have to cut it, so I'm going to make sure I have enough to tie a bow. And then you're going to run the other one on this side. And then you want to pull these tight so it meets in the middle here. I'm going to just let's make sure these are even so I can tie a nice bow and get on our pieces here. So I'm going to put on my Wishing You Many Blessings. Put that through there, and then we are going to tie a bow. Let's make sure it's not overwhelmingly big, and then we'll trim that. And then we're going to add our leaves to the top part here. So I'm going to add it right on the end here. I'm going to add these leaves. And then I'm going to put these right on top. Oops. Maybe if I do it this way. And then put that on here. Just don't cover up your sentiment. All right, so there you have it. They're really easy, y'all, to make. I'm going to grab my host code, because if you use my host code to place an order this month, I'm giving a free gift with purchase this month. So if you plan on ordering, be sure to use the host code so I can send you a free gift. But aren't they cute? I think it's so cute for a table setting. These may be the ones that I use this year on mine. I think it is. All right, everybody. I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you need any supplies, shop on my blog at stampingwiththemoray.com. Have a blessed one. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.